Siri, record. All right, guys. Thank you for joining us. This is the ER Shred Come Alive call, and this is really exciting. I'm Sean Escobar. This is my wife, Crystal Escobar.
Hi.
And Crystal and I got something to share with you because we've been on this lifestyle, and it is a lifestyle. Don't get it twisted. It's 11 days initially, but really there's a lifestyle here. There's a lifestyle change. And if you do this right, it's going to empower you moving forward. But I got to show you guys what's been going on. Since I've been doing this ER shred.
Let's see it, baby.
Are you guys ready for this? All right. I'll keep it going.
Oh my God.
It's all me, baby.
Whoa. Whoa.
It's all me. I look like Jesse Jamnick. Anyway, it's good to be with you guys. Thanks for joining us. Crystal, tell them about my health crisis real quick and how this all got started, would you?
Yeah, it was like a few months ago, right?
It was May, June.
Yeah.
Right before my 40th birthday.
Yeah. Well, it was quite the stressful time. I think Sean and I were we're butting heads a lot. There's a lot of stress. And I think at one point we finally had to have the conversation and acknowledge that some things have got to change. And we were just with our diet, and I think COVID, the stress and everything, we were both not feeling well. I was doing the vegan diet and I was not feeling well. Sean was just eating whatever and not feeling well.
I mean, to be fair, my diet even then was probably better than 80% of most people.
Yeah, and it was just different than what I was used to with Sean's diet. And so I think at one point we just kind of started to realize that we needed to make some changes. And then, yeah.
So here's what's cool, Crystal. You know, we talked about like manifestation, like things just, once you get clear on what's going on and what you need to happen, things will come into your life. I really believe that. And that's what happened. Like 1, 2, 3, 4 different people, just like past mentors, started showing up, and I just was vulnerable, and I told them what was going on with me and what I was suffering from and where my pain was. And these people helped me unbelievably. I mean, one of them taught me about elimination and getting, down to what is in your diet that's causing problems for you. Why do you not feel well? Why can't you think straight? Why is your memory not working? Why do you have this constant fog? And why do you're not happy, and emotionally you're not right? You're not. And I had to acknowledge all of this. And it's hard to acknowledge because I was in the health industry. I'm supposed to be at top of my game, and I wasn't, And so then another component came in, and that was, a friend of ours, Peter Greenlaw, one of my closest mentors, and taught us about this incubation. Jesse Jamnick, a health professional, is going to teach you about all this in a minute. And there was just all these components that started popping in, like fat adaptation, learning how animal fats can be so good for your body and for your brain. And it all just came together, the collagen bone broth. And guys, I want to make it clear, like, we use Isagenix products to complement this ER shred, but this isn't like Isagenix. It's not like that. Like, I know a lot of people, they're weary about network marketing. That's just fine. I mean, that's just fine. But these particular products that we're using, they complement this process tremendously. It's meant to be. These things actually just converged, and it's mind-boggling how it all came to be. And Crystal and I just keep pinching ourselves because people are seeing such unbelievable results. So let's get into that.
Yeah, that's exciting. Yeah, I want to hear.
So with that said, we're going to share testimonials for 30 minutes. And Jesse, will you go ahead and just kind of educate people, teach people about what a testimonial could look like and what we don't want in terms of liability?
Yeah, for sure. So before we do that, we just want to make sure that we're following the rules, right? That's not what I want to show you, but this, we live by integrity with everything that we do. We're not making any disclaimers. We're not going to treat you, cure you, prevent you, or do any of that kind of crazy stuff. We're just sharing with you basics of what worked. I don't know how to get this off now. Basics of what worked for each individual person, right? And the basics of it. Could you see that when I put it up, Sean?
I didn't see it. I saw you. I didn't see anything else.
Okay, well, anyways, it was a disclaimer, so it didn't go up. So we're just going to go through it. But, you know, we're not here to tell you that we can treat you, cure you, prevent you from any disease or anything to that nature. We're just here to share with you real life people like you, like me, from all walks of life, of just what's happened to them with incorporating these basic things, which I'll explain to you after we hear my favorite part, the amazing stories. So when you share for the people that are sharing, remember, no health claims. We want to obviously make sure that we stay in check. Although we understand that you're feeling amazing and less things are bothering you right now, we want to just say, you know, introduce yourself, who you are, where you're from, maybe who introduced you to this, what you were feeling before you started. So I was feeling tired every day, and I'm overweight, and I, you know, couldn't think straight anymore. And I've been doing this for X amount of days, fill in the blank, 11 days, 4 days, 3 days, whatever. And ever since I started, I now A, B, and C, go back to what you didn't feel if you're not feeling that anymore, and just share from the heart of what it is. Quick 30 seconds to 2 minutes.
That's great, Jesse. Thank you so much. And Jesse, by the way, I've been out of town for 3-4 days. And guys, Jesse has been, this concept is really gaining traction, and it's really starting to take off. And it's exciting to see, because we just want to help people feel well. I've never felt better in my life. That's crazy. At 40 years old, I've never felt better in my life, mentally, emotionally, physically. So
I know, really quick. This morning, and even like he's just always saying, I just feel so good. This morning, even like after all this time that he's been doing this, he just out of nowhere is like, I just feel so good. I just feel so good, like mentally, physically. And I'm like, I know, I can see it. Every day he's just like, he's doing so good. I love to see it.
That's my testimonial.
Yeah.
I feel good.
Yeah.
So Lenny, would you mind kicking us off with your powerful energy? Lenny is one of the first people that would hear us out with this. Jesse obviously has been, you know, the first follower, and he's a leader and helping. But Lenny, if you're out there, we want to hear from how you're doing, and then we'll pass it on to the next. You there, Lenny?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Awesome. You guys, this is so fun. I just love looking at Sean's real genuine smile. Like, that is making me about ready to cry already, I swear. And Crystal too, and your skin. And now my skin, why? Because I already did 111 day, and I'm on my second one right now. I'm fired up, you guys, because I just want to do my story. It was the morning of day 5. After I obediently humbled myself to Sean and Crystal's ideology and followed the protocol. I woke up on the morning of day 5, and I had come alive. My brain woke up. I woke up. My mind started working. A fire lit inside me again. I started really being, I don't know, like the old Lenny of days gone by I thought was gone. I'm 57 years young, and I am just getting started. This has relit a fire inside me. Oh, and on those 11 days, I released 11 inches and over my whole body on all 15 areas. And I'm going to talk about that later, why this is your best friend. Don't lose an inch. And I'm also 9 pounds. That was when, but I'm getting like buff and stuff. And I haven't started working out yet, Sean. I'm being honest, but I'm about to. So that's my story. I'm excited.
Awesome.
We love you.
Join us.
Yeah.
We love you. Yeah, Lenny, we'll let you close the call out. If you're going to be on towards the end, we'll let you close the call out. We just love your energy so much. Well, one of the first people that volunteered to share how they're doing is Aubrey Bergerson. Are you out there, Aubrey? Do you know how to unmute yourself?
Hi,
And by the way, real
Aubrey.
quick, before Aubrey hops on, guys, we have a list of a few names, but if you're someone that wants to share and share progress, share how you're doing, we want to hear from the new people first, of course, but we want to pump through these fast, and we would love to hear from as many as humanly possible. So if you're willing to share, go ahead and put it in the chat and let us know that you're willing to share. All right, Aubrey, are you out there? You made it on. Anybody see Aubrey in the thingamajigger? How about Scott Stefan. Scott, are you out there? How about Andrea Hall? We got Andrea Hall.
Hey,
There you are. How are you?
good, good. I wanted to start with a little bit of background really fast so you guys understand where I'm coming from. So I've been with Isagenix for a long time, so that has nothing to do with it. But about 10 years ago, we as a family did an entire elimination of gluten and wheat and all these sort of things for a whole nother family member, right? Okay, because of brain fog and all this good stuff for our daughter. So thank you so much for just kind of reminding. So for about 2 years, I've been to presentations with Peter Greenlaw, sat down, talked to him, all these things. And so I had pieces of the puzzle. So I appreciate all of this, putting it together, the pieces of the puzzle, because I had bits and pieces all over the place. And so what I will share is our entire family did this again. We never in our life have ever done entire elimination with meat only. So this was new. So it's a mindset shift also. So I will say for my day 6, before all of this, each time I would sit down to do things for work, I would forget what in the world it was I was working on. So it was slipping out of my mind. So my planner was my best friend, right? So by day 6, I was focused and on task, not forgetting things, keeping memories, and really being able to just kind of propel forward. I lacked energy before, and best thing that my daughter said is, she said, you're running around and all I can think of is, she's a maniac, because I had so much energy, okay? So I will say by day 6, that is what happened for me. So it is lit a fire, love the protocol, definitely duplicating. So thanks so much, I appreciate it, excited.
Thank you, Andrea. That was incredible. So day 6 for you, you had that kind of that aha.
Hey, I'm back.
What we got there?
Sean, this is Scott.
Hey, Scott,
hi,
thanks
Scott.
for joining us. Thank you, Andrea.
Hey.
Scott, you're up.
Thank you. I didn't unmute quick enough.
No problem.
Hey, I just decided to try this shred after my wife introduced it to me, and known Lenny for many, many years. And I was going through my own personal issues at the time of starting this, so my results are a little bit different. I kind of did the first day, and then I decided to do weight on the second day and to look at different areas. But as I got to day 4, after the second day of the cleanse and was into the meat, that was kind of a new concept for me, just having meat. But I said, you know what, this is pretty good. And what's so interesting is every night when I laid down for bed, I could tell my stomach was working differently. And I was cracking up the whole time because every single day I weighed, it kept going down. Bottom line, at the end of the 11-day period, if you want to do the true weight, I dropped 16 pounds.
Whoa.
If you want to do from my second day, it was 13. And during that time, I like to run. I still put in about 35 miles of running and walking. So it was good. And I'll be starting my next one probably in the next couple of weeks. So no St. George Marathon this year. So I had to do something to stay motivated.
Oh, man,
Wow.
Scott. Wow. Scott, can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
I noticed on about the 5th day, I noticed this, the mind thing and the joy and the emotion, but I also noticed my endurance for fitness and labor. Like I was doing manual labor.
Yeah.
Incredibly strong and had a lot more endurance. How about you?
Oh yeah, the stamina was actually much better when I did my 10.5-mile run on Saturday, right as I started my 10th day. So I did a cleanse right after that. I felt like I could have probably done another 5 or 10. So yeah, feeling really good, but being smart how I was doing it.
Yeah, wow.
So it's good. And just as a side note, from last March to now, I've dropped 30 pounds. So pretty happy about that.
Congratulations, man. Like, yeah, that's raised the roof.
Keep it going.
Jesse was raising the roof. Lenny's raising the roof. Congratulations,
Yeah.
man. That's awesome. All
Thank
right,
you.
who else we got here? Did we find Aubrey? How about Casey? And I have a hard time with your last name. Plouffe or Plouffe? Plouffe. Casey out there. What about Amy Jager Smith? You out there?
AC Fluff.
Fluff, there we go. Fluff, you out there, Casey? Who else do we have that's mentioned in the chat? If you have mentioned in the chat you'd like to share, someone jump in here. Randy Escobar.
I'm here.
Let's hear it.
Okay.
My mom, everybody. Look at my beautiful mom. She looks more like Crystal's mom, but that's my mom.
That's what we get. We get that a lot.
Yeah.
Anyway, I had a family wedding coming up, and so the biggest thing for anybody in a family wedding who's of the female status is, what will I wear? I need a dress, right? So I was looking all over because my grandson was getting married to try to find a dress to wear to the wedding. And I couldn't find anything. The stores were not, they just didn't have much to choose from. And so anyway, I finally thought, well, maybe there's something I have that would work. So I went into my closet and I found the most fabulous dress. I thought, this is the dress. It's the right color. It's everything. It's wonderful. I got it out. I tried to put it on, and it wouldn't even zip up past my waist. And I thought, whoa, this dress is not going to work. And then Sean called and said, hey, have you done the shred? And I said, oh, the shred? And I said, I've been thinking about doing that. And he says, why don't you do the shred? But I didn't tell him it was about the dress. Okay. So I thought, okay, I'll do the shred. So I got all ready and I started doing the shred. And Lenny, day 5, I came alive. I was just going, whoa, this is just amazing. I feel good. I was remembering my name and my birthday and normal things. And all of a sudden, okay, so I decided not to try the dress on every day, but to wait till it was about a day before the wedding. And then if it didn't, I'd have to get some safety pins and fake it. But anyway, I waited till the day before and I put the dress on and I asked Tony, zip this up, and it zipped on actually loose. I had room in the dress. It looked great. And I wore it to the wedding and everybody said, oh, fabulous dress. You saw it, share, Crystal liked it. Anyway, my point is I couldn't believe how it melted off. I did take the time to grab my chart out from Isagenix. This is the original Isagenix chart. I had a few. And I did my weight and I measured and my BMI, and I lost 12 inches and 12 pounds. And that's 12 inches is a foot of me. I lost a foot of me.
Wow.
So anyway, I was excited with it and it went well. And then most important thing is people always ask me how old I am. And I tell them, and people say, no, you should never tell your age. I'm 69. And I feel like I'm 39. So anyway, it's a great thing. Do it. Most important thing is to trust yourself and do it exactly like you're told to. If you need help, call somebody. Will help you in the team. But it's the most wonderful thing. And we had ribeye steak. We had lobster with butter. We had all kinds of wonderful things during this shred, and Tony and I did it together. It was absolutely awesome.
Mom,
so I'm excited for you guys, and if you can't get in your dress, get some shred. Okay?
Yeah, we need to do some ER shred little white dress challenges.
Yeah.
There you go. Hey, thank you, Mom. That's awesome. What about Gary? Is it Peremsky? Are you out there, Gary? How we doing, Gary? You out there?
Hey guys, how you doing?
Hey, Gary, how you doing, buddy?
Doing awesome.
Good. How's it
So,
coming along?
I did a testimonial last week, but I wasn't quite done my 11 day, and after 11 days, 14.2 pounds.
Great work. That's exciting.
Wow.
What else did you notice? Any inches around the waist?
Oh, I didn't do any measurements.
Oh, no.
I know.
Are
Next
your
time.
pants fitting better?
Oh yeah, for sure. My wife's like, "Why are you gonna drink this weekend? You look awesome." I'm like, well,
That's
well,
great.
that's why we do it, right?
Any other ancillary benefits that you might have noticed?
Well, I've cleansed before, and I always feel a lot better when I wrap up a good cleanse. And I'm pretty tight to it. I don't really cheat much. The only thing that I did do was I drank black coffee in the morning.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm in sales. I had to be sharp, man.
I love black coffee too. Congratulations. That's incredible result. Thank you, Gary.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. What about Mimi? Are you out there, Mimi? Me.
I am. I'm here. Hi, everybody.
How you doing,
Hi.
Mimi?
So, it's really good to be here again. I'm really excited. So I'll give you what my results were first. I definitely came alive, but it was day 4 when I hit the strength and the stamina. I work at a barn for somebody who owns horses, and I literally took a shovel and removed sand from a 20 by 25 stall that was a foot thick, a foot deep. So it was 500 cubic feet of sand, wet and dry. And I relocated it out to the paddock in about 3 hours. And I'm like, oh, I'm burning fat. I just know I am, because everybody said I would have energy, and I have energy. So I did that. I lost a total of 18 inches. A lot of it came from here. Like, see, it's even since I stopped the first shred and I've stayed on my shake and meat meals. So because I was going to do it again, my body has continued to change. I lost 16 pounds. I went from a women's size 8 to a junior size 5. I'm back to junior sizes, and my strength is just unbelievable. But let me tell you what really has struck me in the most in the deepest way is that I think that doing this shred, the ER shred, for me was a human experience. And it came to me, that just came to my thoughts one day. So I Googled, what is the human experience? And it's defined as, it's a term for realities of human existence, including the mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical characteristics of human life. So in every way I can think of, this has changed my life in every way. Spiritually, my heart is more open. I have more joy. I'm like Andrea. I remember people's names after one time. I can think through doing 5 horses who all have different types of meals and different tasks that have to be done for them. And it's all just very clear to me, and I'm just boom, boom, boom. I hit my range of motion in my shoulders and hips has gone to full range of motion. I'm working. I have one more thing I'm hoping to get full range of motion in my left knee, but I didn't know I had inflammation to that. I didn't know it was inflammation. I thought it was the Arthur, because I'm 62. So physically, I'm stronger. I dropped the weight, I dropped the inches, but mostly I'm brighter, I'm more joyful, I have confidence. And when I see people now, Sean and Crystal, when I see people, I look at their bodies and I'm like, oh my gosh, they're so full of inflammation. They need this. I mean, I want to share with everybody. I see people with milky, like kind of faded eyes, and I think, man, they could have clear eyes. They could have this joy. So I'm really excited to share this with people. Strangers, I have to stop myself.
No, don't stop yourself. I'm not stopping myself. I'm serious.
Yeah, but that's just it.
I
think that this has done so much for me as a human being, that I will continue on the path that I'm on. And I'm hoping with the efforts that I'm making now, my IPA has got to increase, and I need to build my business now, but I'm ready.
Thank you, Melanie. Melanie, you know what? This is powerful for me, because for me, it's so much more than weight loss. I just want to feel well. I want to feel well, and I want others to feel well. And I want to just address one thing Mimi said about inflammation. Isagenix has studies around their products that actually prove that Isagenix does have a positive impact on inflammation, but I don't want to go there. What I want to say is that I don't believe that it is the Isagenix products that are helping people in that way. I don't believe it. I actually believe with all my heart that we as ER shredders, what we're doing by not eating all the gluten, corn, soy, I'm not going to steal Jesse's thunder, but if you want to talk about where is inflammation going, it's because we are not subscribing to the standard diet anymore. We are eliminating all the most major culprits, and as a result, the magic is the body. Your body is the magic, not any product. It's your body that's the magic, and the products simply support your body nutritionally. All right, who else we got out there? That was a powerful one.
Well, let me just say,
seriously almost made me cry.
in closing, let me just say, I know my body is actually responsible for this major change that I've had, but doing the shred, the elimination and the reset and the shred has allowed my body to kick in and start doing what it's supposed to do.
God,
Yeah.
you're so incredible.
Mhm.
You're so awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Anybody else we got out there? There was a Katie that wanted to share. Katie, are you out there?
I am. I thought I would come on because I had a great conversation with Lenny Evans today, one of my favorite people in the world. And I started experimenting with letting the shakes incubate last week. And even my children, they drink shakes every day. I have 3 teenagers. They all are athletes and they love the shakes. And I'm like, we all have to try this, because when I did it the first couple of days, and I was not all in at first because I was like, the whole sound of it, I've been with Isagenix for 8 years, sounded gross. So just saying. However, I was elated at not only how delicious it tasted, but oh my gosh, I slept better. I woke up with no bloating in my body. And when I was working out, so it's not, as you know, it's not just one thing or the other. It's the combination of this whole thing together. So I work out every single day. And when I was running, I felt like this extra energy. And then I started getting compliments. You're glowing. And I said, well, that's nice. And I didn't connect it with that because I was just in experimenting mode. And so then we brought in the steaks, and of course I have 2 sons. They love to cook, and they loved the whole process of marinating and getting meats ready. And I love steak, so I was like, I'm just going to go all in, and I committed to that with Lenny today. And I have done Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday on the shake and steak is what I call it, the shake and steak days. And I've lost a pound a day. I mean, who doesn't want a shake and a steak? I mean, come on. So it's given me energy too. Like I've reached out to all my male friends and like my athletic women friends. And I'm like, this is the deal, man. This is what's happening right now. And this is what our bodies want. And it's funny because my energy is so crazy off the scale. I mean, Lenny will tell you when he spoke to me today for 2 hours, it was like this, and I'm attributing it to that. There's something magical that is happening with my shake now. Here's my empty cup. That's just a whole nother level of yumminess. I love it.
I was gonna say, right when you got on, like, whoa, your skin, like, you just look absolutely stunning, glowing, gorgeous.
Well, thank you. I think it's this thing. I think it's the steak shake thing. That's what I'm going with that.
Steak and shake.
You're gonna meet random people at the store, and people are gonna say, "My God, you glow!" And you're gonna say, "Shake and steak, baby," and then you're just gonna walk away and leave them hanging.
Right, with a slab of butter on it. I mean, this is like the ultimate butter and steak together. I mean, we're talking yum.
Congratulations. What an incredible testimonial. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. Love your energy.
You're welcome.
Anybody else out there that we did not get to that would like to share before we turn it over to Jesse? Anybody out there that I called on that didn't know how to unmute? Guys, I had one testimonial come in. I posted it on my Facebook wall. She lost 3.6 pounds the first day. 3.6 pounds the first day, and she's eating steak and shake.
Steak and
She's
shake.
steak and
Hi,
shake.
Sean, that's me.
God,
That
let's hear it. You're there.
Well, I started actually a week ago, and then I realized I was doing the wrong shakes, so I had to wait till my new ones come in, and I started with Sandra and the rest of the team Monday. So anyways, I was going to bed. I'm like, okay, I feel really different. And I normally don't weigh myself until after day 4. So I got up in the morning. I said, I got to weigh myself because I feel way lighter. And I lost 3.6 pounds. And I was like, holy crap. So again, I woke up this morning, same thing. And I was still feeling sluggish both days. But I this morning weighed myself again, which I normally don't do. And I'm down 5.2 pounds. So today on the cleanse day, so this is day 3 for me, I'm starting to feel the energy around lunchtime. And so I'm like really excited and hyper right now. And I can't wait for tomorrow. And then day 5, I'm really waiting for day 5 to come to see what it was, because I normally, like, I've never had results like this before. I've been doing it for 3 years. I'm from Nova Scotia, Canada, and Liz Wadden Kappa, she lives in Italy. She's from my hometown here in Canada. She introduced it to me 3 years ago, and I loved it, fell in love with it ever since. But here, I'm telling you, it's the best so far.
Oh my
Even from when I started.
I mean, you're when I saw that, I just thought to myself, could someone potentially gain 3.6 pounds in a single day? And I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. But you know, the only thing I could think of, could someone lose 4 pounds in a day? Well, you did. You essentially lost, you know, 3.5 pounds in a single day. And I got to tell you, that's mind-boggling to me, because the medical.
Well, before I start, I was looking for something. And when I seen you guys a couple of weeks ago in Body Alive group, I said, I think this is it. So I was really bloated.
Yeah.
So I knew I had to do this, and I'm glad I did.
You know what? And that's what I was going to say is, like, you know, edema is a real thing. We don't need to go into all of that, but like your body, if you have severe auto intoxication, your body will retain loads of water. There are women walking all over the country, and if you look, they look like they're wearing water balloons. They have such chronic edema because the body, what it's trying to do is dilute the toxicity that's happening inside of them. So
I have a lot of, like, I have gluten and dairy and beef allergies. So it's all that. So I try not to do them, but I do. And I think that's why.
No, I mean, I got to tell you, your result is just incredible. And I think it's just going to get better and better. We're going to be cheering you on. So please keep coming back and sharing how you're doing with us.
Oh, I will.
And we love
Liz.
Thanks. Liz is the best. I mean, Liz is just unbelievable. So thanks for being
here. She is. Yeah.
Wow. You know, we're hearing lots of cool things like, give it 4 days, you'll come alive by day 5. And then we've got, you're going to float without the bloat. And now we got little steak and bake shake. What was it?
Yeah, steak and shake.
Steak and shake. Steak and shake.
Steak and shake.
Steak and shake. Steak and shake. Guys, this is so fun. Anybody else out there want to share? We got time for one more before Jesse comes on. Anybody out there? Otherwise, I will kick it over to him. I didn't see any more come in the chat. All right. Let me tell you who Jesse is. Jesse is a certified health coach.
Yeah, Sean?
Yeah. Oh, hi, Dad.
Yeah, let me say something. When Randy got on and she talked about her dress, you know, she asked me to zip the dress up, and it wouldn't go up. And she was getting mad at me because I couldn't get the zip to go up. And so she's getting mad at me as if it was my fault. Okay.
It is your
fault. So anyway,
we like to blame.
Yeah, she blamed me because I couldn't zip the dress up. And she says, it'll go up. It will go up. I said, Randy, it's not going up. It isn't going up. Well, let me tell you, after she was on the shred, and then she tried it on when she was done, the zip went right up. And she was as happy as a lark. I couldn't believe it, how happy she was, because that was it's a beautiful dress, you know. But anyway, I know she lost about 12 pounds or something like that, and about 12 inches. But for me, you know, I was doing taxes, and when I do my taxes, about that thick, and I have to do a lot of calculations, a lot of numbers and stuff, then turn it over to the accountant. Well, I noticed that I was good with the numbers. I was able to do the numbers really quickly and without using the calculator, you know, for some of the small additions. And normally I use the calculator for everything, but it was like my mental acuity was coming back and my memory was coming back. I was remembering the deductions from quite some time ago. And every year I always forget deductions, but this time my mental acuity was real good. And another thing is that I really stuck with it, and I lost 9 pounds. And what's exciting for me is to see everybody excited and see everybody on this call who are excited about this paradigm shift. I mean, it's amazing that people are adapting to this new way of living, this change. It's an incredible change, and it's really not that hard, and you're full, and it's just exciting to see the results, because the proof is in the result. The proof is in the result always. And right now, I think there's something like 66 people on this call, but I've heard from people all over the country that this is really benefiting them, and it's really helping them, not only with building muscle mass, but, you know, I just was with Sean in the mountains for 3 days, and under that shirt, he is just ripped as can be.
I showed him.
Believe
I showed him.
Oh no, I mean, his abdominals. I mean, you know, I think he's gone from I think he's down to about a 32-inch waist. I mean, and he's got an accordion right here. It's just amazing what it's done for him. And Crystal, I mean, well, not so much Crystal, it was Lily. Lily just looked absolutely gorgeous. Her skin, which is Crystal's daughter, I mean, her skin was just fantastic, and so is Crystal's skin fantastic. And, you know, but anyway, I could go on and on and on, but I just, you know, this is a change. This is something, it's exciting. It's like the first days of Isagenix, people were getting these incredible results, and it had a snowball effect, and everybody was hooked. These were fantastic results, you know, and with this technology, with this change, no bloating, I mean, no gas. I mean, it's amazing to me, because when you lift weights all your life, you get bloating and you get gas because you're taking in so much protein. And what this technology does, it's not, you're staying straight on, and you're not mixing fruits and everything else with it. And it's the combination of foods that's causing the gas and the bloating. And the way it's all been designed, there is no bloating, there is no gas, and you're going to feel better than you've ever felt before. You're going to notice definition in your arms and your legs and your body, and you're going to have energy like you've never had before. And you're going to notice little subtle changes in your body that, you know, that is just exciting. Anyway, that's all I have to say.
Thank you, Dad.
Yeah,
That's
thank
great,
you.
man. I've noticed a change in you too. I've noticed that you're much more optimistic and upbeat, very active, and very engaging. Like in your conversations, you pay attention now, which is you just never used to do that. And it's neat to see that. We love you, Daddy. Okay, Jesse, you're the man. Jesse's a health coach. He's going to teach you guys what this is all about and why it works. Jesse is a bodybuilder. He's an ultra marathoner. This guy is unbelievable in not only how he performs, but he is a wealth of information about nutrition and wellness and health. It's all he does. So Jesse, are you there?
I'm here, brother. Thank you so much. Guys, take yourself, get ready, because I can't stop with the energy. So I'm just warning you beforehand, 4 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock at night, I am who I am. And I've lived this lifestyle for a very long time. I've been in the health and wellness industry for 20 plus years. I've put in well over 20,000 hours of coaching all different sorts of people and trying to help with all different sorts of things. Like Sean said, I'm a fitness freak. I think it's fun to go and run 50, 80, 100 miles at one time without stopping and see how far we can push the human body. I have, more importantly, besides the study, besides the certifications, which is all hoopla, I have used myself as a human guinea pig for the last 20 years. And I can tell you that I have literally tried almost everything from carb loading, carb depletion, high protein, high fat, low fat, you name it, I've tried it. So I'm sharing this with you, not to be like, oh, Jesse, because that's not the thing. I'm sharing it with you just to let you know I've been around the block and I've seen a thing or two. And this thing right here, this ER shred, is unlike anything that I have honestly ever wrapped my hands around in my coaching, let's call it profession, okay? And I'm gonna explain to you in the simplest terms why are you hearing the results that you're hearing? Why are people coming alive by day 5? Why is the bloat going away? So my mission is simple. I'm going to explain to you why we need the ER shred. For those of you that are going to want to try it, you're brand new, you've never tried Isagenix, like it doesn't matter, because if you're here, it's even easier. If not, it's simple to get you going, right? But why do we need the ER shred? And why is this the thing that I have been waiting 20 years to get my hands on and impact millions of people throughout the world with? And this is the thing why. So before I do that, I want to just ask you a question. Can you honestly answer me and say that you are feeling your absolute best each and every single day of your life? Can you honestly say yes? Are you sleeping like a baby? Do you not have bloat? Is your weight on track? Are you overweight? Are you considered obese? Is your mental clarity on point? Do you have brain fog? Do you have loads of daily energy? Like, do you just got this spewing out of you at all times of the day? And are you not on a crazy amount of pills? Because I think it would blow your mind if you actually knew the average pill count of the average adult in America. And you answer that question for yourself. Be real and set your attention right now to what it is. And here's the thing, what's happening? You guys, we are bombarded by toxins every single freaking day. They're coming from everywhere. We need a solution. We need a solution because they're inside of you. We're consuming more sugar than ever before. We've become lazier. Our lifestyle is sedentary, and you're combining all these things together. Our food is like, if you showed your great-great-grandparents the food that we're consuming today, they wouldn't even understand what that is. They would not understand what that is. Your food is not food. It is processed, chemically filled garbage. And that is what we are choosing to fuel our body with and wondering why we have the issues that we have today. Our healthy food isn't even our healthy food. You go to Whole Foods, you buy an organic red bell pepper, and the country of origin is Mexico. What happened to food coming from within a radius that's full of nutrients and vitamins and minerals? So we have all of these things combating us and attacking us every single day. Our healthcare system is not a healthcare system. It's a sick care system. Think about it. Like, think about it for a second. It's not healthcare, right? So we are literally a train wreck. We're a train wreck. And we need a solution. And we need it to be simple. And we need it to be easy. And we need, no matter who you are, old, young, male, female, athletic, non-athletic, everybody needs to benefit from it. And I believe with everything I have, literally I'm going to scream it from the freaking moon to anybody who will listen, that the ER shred is the answer. The ER shred is the answer. And wouldn't you agree we just need it simple? Wouldn't it just be nice to have real science, peer-reviewed, published research, the creme de la creme, the platinum standard, the gold standard in the industry? Wouldn't you agree it'd be nice to have that backing you? And wouldn't it be awesome to have the support of a community of like-minded people, like you, like me, like Sean, like Lenny, like the people that are on this call? Scroll through and look at all the beautiful faces. What would that value bring to have the community of people that are going to cheer you on and support you? And that's the ER shred. So we start off with something called elimination. If you went to a functional medicine doctor, you would pay thousands of dollars for them to walk you through an elimination diet. What? Crazy. To figure out food allergies, to figure out what things are triggering. And here's the thing that's confusing people is that we're not sure that it could be Brussels sprouts, it could be broccoli, but we eliminate the soy, the gluten, the wheat, the dairy, the flour, the stuff that's been scientifically proven to cause inflammation inside of the body. What is inflammation? War going inside. War, literally war. It's attacking every cell that's inside your body. You don't want that to happen. It doesn't make you feel good, right? So we strip that out. Like I said, we're bombarded by this stuff every day. So we fuel the body at a cellular level with scientifically backed, perfectly balanced and formulated meal replacement shakes. 20 years in this industry, sponsored by 4 companies. You want to talk about having access to anything you could imagine for free? That's me. I had it. Or if not, it was a fraction. You might pay 60, I paid $3. Okay. I've been in the labs. I've seen the science that was here. This is legit. This is peer reviewed, published. Thousands of people have experienced amazing results. In my opinion, of doing this for 20 years and using thousands of things, this is the best formulated macronutrient meal replacement shake that you could possibly get your hands on. It's safe for children. I give it to my 10-year-old. That is the biggest testimonial I could ever give you. It's safe for my daughter. As a professional, I give it to her because it's food, it's nutrition, it's just quality, right? So we have that in our corner, and we took science. God, I love science. Dr. Peter Greenlaw and another doctor, right? I always forget his name. But we figured out how to take the grass-fed, undenatured whey protein that's Informed Sport, Informed Choice certified, and upregulate the protein. So you have 350% protein utilization. Protein is the strongest macronutrient that we can put in our body. So we're fueling, here's important, listen, we're fueling lean muscle development, and we're keeping it while we're being able to shed, right? So that's what we utilize. When we do that, we're turning this into basically straight amino acids, which are your entire building blocks of your body. Follow me? Make sense? Shake your head. Okay, great. Simple, right? So we have this amazing thing in our corner that we use, like Sean said, to supplement other stuff. We eliminate the bad, we load in the good. Doesn't this make sense? Take out the bad, load in the good, right? It's really common sense if you think about it. I can get scientific on you, but let's just keep it real. Let's keep it basic so you get excited like me, right? We eat meat. Oh my God. Meat has been demonized, and I am tired of it. This is 100% USDA choice beef, and it's 190 pounds running straight at you, okay? That's what this is. There is nothing wrong with beef. You know who demonizes beef? People who want to sell plant-based products. And I am not against plants. I am not against good quality carbohydrates. Down the road, I'm going to explain to you how those can be just as beneficial to you. But we eat meat. Why? Because it's loaded with nutrition, iron, vitamins, minerals. And you know what? You feel like you're eating like a king. I mean, come on. Ribeye, chuck roast, bacon, farm fresh eggs, butter. The one thing that used to be, don't eat butter, fat's bad for you. Stop it. Stop the nonsense right now and eat some beef with butter. You notice how everybody's not starving when they share their testimonial? Nobody's like, oh my God, I feel like my stomach is ripping out. I go, eat more meat, eat more meat, eat more meat, for crying out loud. This is not starvation. This is fueling the body. I hope you can understand. It's very satisfying. It's very hard to overeat. People say, how many calories should I eat? Just eat till you're full. Isn't that so cool? Just eat till you're full. Don't count 4 pieces of asparagus and 3 pieces of lettuce and 2 slices of tomato with the tiny thumbnail of avocado. Just eat more meat and butter. Amen. Can you hear? Just eat more meat and butter, okay? It's that simple. It's so simple. It doesn't create, now here's the cool stuff. It doesn't create sugar spikes. It doesn't create massive spikes that eventually, you have to understand, insulin is like the gatekeeper. Insulin is like the traffic cop. Insulin tells sugar from food where to go. Your job is to go into muscle. Your job is to go to fat. Unfortunately, most of our traffic cops are saying, go to fat, 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 because we have abused ourselves. We have eaten so much processed nonsense, garbage, and not getting in the quality vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that we give ourselves health problems. And it starts small. It's a little inflammation, and then it builds, and then it builds, and then it builds, and one problem leads to another problem, leads to another problem. This does not do that. Eliminates it all. Meat is amazing for you. It doesn't spike the blood sugar, so you can eat it Grass-fed butter has so many nutritional benefits to it, it will blow your mind. Okay, so think about how this is all coming together. It's amazing, right? It's absolutely freaking amazing. So that's the meat in the shake. That's our days, right? That's how we eat food. We're fueling the body with what it needs. Now we combine peer-reviewed public research, scientifically backed, in a way of cellular cleansing, intermittent fasting, not the mainstream media way, 24 to 48 hours. Oh my God. 3,500 calories and 1 pound of body fat. If you have weight to lose, my friends, you have energy to last you. People last for 3 weeks lost in the woods without food. They won't go 2 days without water. I hope that makes sense, right? Let that sink in. You got energy. Now we're going to shift the body. We're going to do a cellular cleanse, but we're going to support your body on a cellular level, and we're going to balance your sugars. Why? Because science, because peer-reviewed published research said so. And that's our integrity level. That's where we're at, the gold standard. Remember, same thing across the board. So we're going to have these little snack wafers supported by collagen bone broth. So now where people are like, oh my God, I'm struggling on this, on that, it's kind of easy now. It's kind of easy because we've put these systems together. You're fueling your body amazing on the front. You're fasting. You're allowing your body to go back in. And why do we do it for so long? Why don't we do the 16-1 or the whatever the hell other methods are out there? Because at the 24-hour mark, you have this amazing thing called autophagy that happens, where your good cells start to eat your bad cells. You don't want bad cells being reproduced inside your body over and over again. If they're sluggish, what do you think their child's going to be? Even more sluggish. And that's going to build up, and that's going to create bad junk. I'll call it junk to stay in line, right? Junk inside the body. So we add that in. It removes toxins from the body. Scientifically proven to remove harmful toxins from the body. When you do that, your body starts to work better. It shifts into a deeper mode of burning fat. We're shifting from using carbohydrates and sugar as energy to fat. You want to talk about a surge of energy? You want to talk about I come alive by day 5? That's ketones. That's utilizing fat stores. And by releasing the oils, those toxins go in and then boom, you excrete them out. The cleanse is not the magic. We've touched on this. The body's the magic. You see, if you give the body a fighting chance, the body will always heal itself. I truly believe that. I've studied it case after case after case after case. The fighting chance is the right fuel. And baby, you got your hands on it right now. If you're not in this, all you got to do is raise your hand and say, I'm going for 11 days. 11 days. Come on, for crying out loud, right? So not only does it do that, when you're done fasting, you're also absorbing more nutrients, minerals, and vitamins of all the foods you then choose to eat. You've shifted your hormones inside your body. I promised myself I wasn't going to get too scientifical, so that's your explanation. I hope that makes sense. If you need more, jump into our group. We'll be happy to answer you. So now we have this. We've eliminated all the junk. We've eliminated the inflammation, the acidity. We fuel our body with these amazing macronutrient shakes and this meat meal and this butter, and we're eating like kings and queens. Our body is no longer attacking us. It's working for us. It's working for us. This is not some fad diet. I would not jump behind a fad diet. When Sean first called me, I said, I need to do my research. Right, Sean? I need to understand this, what's going on. And I needed everything to piece together. That's my mind, the science geek of it. Okay. I needed this to make sense. This has blown my mind because it makes sense for everything, from everything that I've learned. It's just the right stuff that really works across the board. And here's the most magical part. And we touched on this a little bit. You get this community. We have 19,000 people in our Facebook group right now. We're going to grow that to 30 and 40 and 50. We're going to spread this around the world. Like I know it. I feel it. This is going to be huge. Why? Because results don't lie. I agree with you, Tony. Results don't lie. And we have results from old, young, athletic, male, female, across the board. You find me something else that does that. Where people are losing visceral body fat and holding on to lean muscle, where athletic people can go run 10 miles and have so much energy to bounce back for more. This is not some fad, wacky diet where you think you're losing weight, but you're actually losing lean muscle. You are retaining the lean muscle. And this, guys, this is so important. This is so important. You have no idea. And the community, my God, the community of thousands of other like-minded people. You can't find this anywhere else. You can't find this. If you're down and out and you need help and motivation, I have watched this happen so many times now where people type into the chat and they come into our group and boom, somebody's there to help them. Somebody else has been on day one. They went first. You're never alone. You are never alone. People are with you. Do you understand the power in that? You understand the power in that? Because combined with this, we made it so simple. We took the guesswork out. We took the guesswork out. It's so simple. You can't mess this up unless you really try, okay? And you get this support community that is unbelievable that Crystal and Sean started so many years ago, and they invited me into 6 years ago and have been my best friends ever since. Like, it is something that from an athletic standpoint of growing up, it feels like family. It's fun. If you've been a part of a team ever, this is like the ultimate team. This is literally the ultimate team. Like, I don't know how else to explain it to you. So it's that. So what's the deal? Let's recap real quick. We eliminate all the diet mentality. This is not a diet. This is empowerment. This is going to empower you. Why? Because you go baseline. You go baseline first, right? We bring you to baseline. Now, you now understand how food serves you. You see, a lot of you, food is not serving you. It's not serving you the right way. It's serving you in all the wrong ways. So baseline, which is what this does, it gives you back power. So when you're done, people always say, well, what about post-ER shred? Great question. Great question. Here's the good news. It depends on you and your goals. If you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ER shreds, we are going to shred every day with you. We're going to be here with you to support you. You go until you feel happy that you hit your goals. Then post ER shred, guys, now when you go back into daily, let's call it regular daily life. Do you understand what I mean by that? I'm not saying that this is unregular because this is super healthy, but when you go back to what you think is normal, because you've been programmed that way for so long and told to do it for so long that one way, that's a better explanation. When you go back into that, you can now go and you can start adding foods. Add some avocado, add some peppers, add some stuff. Just don't mix it up. Because if you mix it up, you just did all this hard work to get baseline, and now boom. So the power, the community, the baseline, the less inflammation, the protein, the power of choice. That is the magic of this. And I hope you understand that and feel that and see what this is really about, because when you get back in control and you can go out and say, that food right there that I ate, that made me feel amazing, I'm going to eat me some more of that. And when you test food and you feel like you want to curl up in a ball and you're in such pain from bloat, we've been there. That happens to me when I eat too much pizza. Come on, right? You're like, oh, I'm not going to eat too much of that anymore. That is power, friends. You are back in control of your life. You can fix your health, because if you just keep doing it right, your body's going to come back. So that's what I got for you. I hope it brought you some great value. And I guess with that, we're going to turn it over to Sean. I mean, to Lenny, Sean, right?
Yeah, next week, Jesse, we've got hundreds of ER shredders going right now, and they're all hitting about day 3 right now. So next week's call is going to be off the hook. If you are coming, if you are thinking about this, jump on. But if you're already doing it, get people doing it with you, and do it out of the goodness of your heart. Do it because you care about people. That's what we're doing. And we would encourage you to be on next week's call, because that call is going to be off the hook. Jesse, you were on point as always, and we love you and we love your energy. You are something special, man.
Thank you, Jesse.
And we're going to let Lenny close this out. And
thank you. I appreciate
everyone for being here. Hey, everybody.
Yeah, Jesse, it'd be great if
you guys appreciate
host guest nights.
What was that, Marty?
Sorry. I was just saying, Jesse did such a great presentation last night. I don't know if that could be posted in the group, but it was really brilliant. And this was again tonight. So thank you.
Jesse, let's make sure that gets posted up on your wall and then also in the group, please. Yeah. Thank you. All right, Lenny, baby, you want to close us out? Send us home?
I do. I'm so grateful to be part of this movement. Sean and Crystal, thank you from the bottom of my heart, all of us. Jesse, you rock that. That was amazing, brother. I get so fired up when I listen to you, and it's so easy and logical to understand. Also, the fact that you could be talking about steak, bacon, and butter, and I'm cleansing, means that it's a freaking miracle right there that I'm on day 3 of the 11 day, which means I'm intermittent nutritional fasting, Peter. I'm telling Peter Greenlaw, I'm trying to say that now. But you guys, you know, and I just want to say this too, you know, please, all these people that you get going, I'm going to be doing more and more lives in the group as well, talking about don't lose an inch, you guys. You've got to measure thyself. You have got to measure all 15 areas. There are 15 areas to measure. You gotta, one of the little laws I came up with is thou shalt selfie thyself, and which means you have to take a picture, a side, your skin, your hair. You got to measure all 15 areas, people, because it's going to happen. You hold in your hand, did you hear, Jesse, the key to helping anyone come alive? You, me. And what the world actually, what our earth needs right now more than any other thing is for individual humans to come alive. And this is the best thing I've ever found. It just happened to be in the company I love the most. In Isagenix, it happened to be right under our noses, 11 days, you guys. It's absolutely amazing. And don't forget, I wrote down Mimi, 18 inches. I remember years ago asking Peter Greenlaw and John Anderson, and I'm sure Tony Escobar, and for every 3 inches, it equates to 1 pound of visceral fat in the human body. The deadly fat, the visceral fat, the bad fat, the fat that kills people. We're losing visceral fat like crazy, so please don't let your friends lose a single inch. And Isagenix always sends this in the welcome packet. And then there's a little thing we'll generate in here in the comments about your chart. So more on all that later, but I just want to say that I am so freaking excited about this movement, and everyone I talk to gets super excited about it. Why though? Because I'm excited about it. Step 1, you come alive. Step 2, you invite others to come alive. And for the first time ever, I feel so empowered and so confident. And the person with the most confidence always influences the other person in any conversation. All you need to do is give yourself 4 days of following the protocol and wake up the morning of day 5 and come alive. And you guys, we got this. We can do a little chant here. Steak, shake, and incubate. Steak, shake, and incubate. Come on, you guys. This is so much fun. I'm loving this because my results are through the roof, and I haven't even really, I'm just now doing my second one. My skin, my mental clarity, the way I feel. It's, you guys, thank you again, Sean and Crystal. I know the way it all came together, and the 3 different components and everything, and your big hearts, and the way it's blessed your lives, if nothing else, the way you've come alive. So thank you. I just want to honor you guys and thank you for being here. And I'll be here next Wednesday with more people on.
Thank you, Lenny.
I love how you're so good at coming up with those catchphrases. Shake, bake, and eat.
Hey, something. I want to share one more thing. I learned something from Sean Escobar. This guy is this genius. He just gives us this wisdom. And he's chewing his shake one day, right? Chewing his shake. So I do some research. I'm like, we need to chew. And so one of the commandments is thou shalt chew thy BS, your broth, your bone broth, and your shake. And you can shake it. So one of them, you just make your bone broth, and I remind myself on here to chew. So I just chew my bone broth. I chew my bone broth, and it's a game changer. We'll talk more about the science, but you guys, make this fun. Jimmy Smith and Renata Lee told me years ago, I can't wait to tell everybody about this, you know? but she said, if you're not having fun, you're gonna not be doing this next year at this time. And only really people that are stalwart will stay in something a decade or 2 decades if they're not having fun before they have to get out. But start having fun today. That's the thing, because this is fun. Helping people, it's fun. So thank you guys. Love you.
You make it fun, Lenny. Thank you. We love having you be a part of this.
Lenny,
I love it. Thank
I
you.
feel the spirit, brother. I got to tell you, I feel the spirit right there.
Goosebumps.
Feeling it.
All right, you guys. Love you all. Love you all. Amy, you there? Amy, is that Amy J. or Smith? I'll give you a chance. Last chance, Amy, if you want to unmute. We missed you.
I'm here.
Oh, Amy, how we doing?
Hey, I'm good. Sorry, I jumped on late. I was finishing up some stuff at work.
No problem. How you doing nowadays?
I'm doing great. I've just been, I'm actually starting with a group tomorrow. So we're going to start day 1. I've got my mom and a couple sisters and my daughter. And so there's a bunch of us starting tomorrow, and I think everybody's excited. But I've been feeling great. I've kept everything off, and I've been exercising every day, and I still just have a ton of energy, and I've just been feeling wonderful.
Yeah, share with everybody your whole result, because a lot of people don't know.
Oh yeah, definitely. So my first 11 day, I ended, gosh, I think it was about 5 days ago now, and I lost 7.5 pounds, and I lost 17.75 inches.
Wow.
And I still can't believe it. It just is crazy. I feel wonderful.
Wow, it's great, Amy. Thank you so much for
Yeah,
coming
thank
on.
you.
And I know you noticed a difference in your skin and how you feel and all that. You've been posting all over, sharing the good news. So thank you for sharing it forward. Guys, listen, if you know people who could benefit from this information and who are looking for hope, that's what we're all about. We just want to give people back their lives. Lenny, you know it. Thank you, guys. Appreciate y'all.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Good night, everybody.